Hello everybody, I am Kala and welcome back to another Clan Capital Blueprint video. In this video we will be going over ways to defeat popular Itzu Capital Peak 10 designs. Starting off, I would like to thank NERFD for the idea on this Capital Peak 2 shot. Yes, just 2 attacks. So, let's start this off by using one ram down the bottom with 2 Hog Riders that are going to surge through the base, trigger some traps, and take down these 2 cannon buildings. Up next, we will be using some Barbarians to clean up. You can actually use these Barbarians while the Hogs are attacking, so that you can save a bit more housing space over there. These Barbarians are going to open up the deployment area for later. Now, I would like to shift your focus up top, where we'll be using 3 graveyard spells placed carefully inside the dead zones of the rocket artilleries and the blast bow. Their actual purpose is to take down the 2 rocket artilleries and the dragon post, which will be very important later on. We're using some more rams down the bottom, so we're once again using rams to tank for our hogs. We're using hogs not packed all together, but in small groups, and we're taking advantage of the stun ability. Meanwhile, you can see up top, since our hogs are dying very rapidly, skeletons are starting to pop up there, and they actually managed to take down both rocket artilleries and the dragon post. These leftover hogs are going to die, we do not mind that happening. And now we need to take care of that super dragon. How, you may ask? Well, you can see that in the deployment bar I have one Inferno Dragon, which will come in handy while kiting the dragon with the Barbarian and the ram. This Inferno Dragon will take it down quite easily with not much housing space spent. I'm going to speed this up, it's not that important. The Inferno Dragon actually cleans up some of the buildings for me, so that's quite nice. So, let's move on to the second attack, which is going to be a bit more challenging, let's say. Alright, for this attack, I am using one raid spell for the Capital Peak. As you can see in the deployment bar, I will be using the classic Graveyard Ram Super Wizzard combination, as well as with a P.E.K.K.A, which is its purpose is to take down the Capital Peak much faster, and also tank the Capital Peak shots so it doesn't attack the wizards. You can see these 2 graveyard spells placed very offset of the Inferno Towers, that is to counteract the Bomb Tower splash, so that these bomb towers do not actually attack our skeletons while they're going ham on these Inferno Towers. We're going to be starting off with some rams for tanking and making sure we can tank that first rocket artillery shot, actually Capital Peak shot. Then we will be using our wizards with the P.E.K.K.A in the middle. Be careful, these wizards should not get pushed in the base pulled in the base by these defending super giants and raid guard. Then it's just a matter of spam, as I would say. These skeletons in the back actually managed to take down the blast bow, and you can see that not many defenses are left, and we have a lot of skeletons and super wizards to clean this base up. So let's fast forward and take a look at the cleanup. I guess it might be quite boring, but I'm here with you, I can chat. So in these attacks you will see Graveyard spell being used a lot, because it was not released at the time these bases were shown to the public, so these bases do have some flaws regarding that. Up next we have Barbarian Camp. It is one of the toughest bases to take down in 2 shots, especially when it is maxed out. However, this base has its flaws and we will be exploiting every single one of them to get the 2-shot. So, this first part of the base, this first upper part of this base, as you can see, has almost no air coverage. What I'm saying is that by using some balloons like I did right here, with some graveyard spells for tanking, it is quite easy to take down a huge chunk of defenses and trash buildings, which are going to enable you to put more rocket loons further into the base. As you can see, we've actually taken down, in this first attack, right here, this is the last one, we've taken down all bomb towers this base has. Which means, now, yes, graveyard is going to be the finishing blow to this base. We're going to be finishing off with the classic graveyard hogs, as you can see right here. In this attack, we're using the rams to tank some shots from the rocket artilleries, my bad, and the giant cannons, so that all of our hog raiders can safely cruise through the base with their stuns. And as you can see here, you do not need any skill right here. This might be the only thing that you should be careful. You should use one right here because there are 2 giant bombs that might smash your hogs when they get to there. From now on, all the hard job is done, all the hard work is done, and your job now is to just sit back and just watch things happen, unfold. You can see these giant cannons are overwhelmed. Everything else is a single targeting defense, which means it can do nothing against these protected skeletons, which are tanking for these hog raiders that are behind them, which in turn are going to take down the defenses even faster. This is going to be the style of attack we see in all of these bases. And now, I mean, you might think it's close, but let me tell you this one. This attack was my first try at this. Now, think how easy it would be for you to 2-shot this base in an actual raid weekend. Let's move on to Wizzard Valley. Moving on with Wizzard Valley, this is one of the weakest bases out there. Even at maxed level, which all of our bases in No War, and thank you to No War for letting me attack their bases and modify the bases. All of what I was saying was that all of our bases are maxed, so even at maxed level, Wizzard Valley is quite underwhelming when it comes to defense. In this attack, I wanted to make it as simple as possible for everybody to be able to replicate it. So we will be using the same army in both attacks for this 2-shot, believe it or not. This attack, as you can see, is less than a minute long, so let's start. We're going to be dropping some graveyard spells. You can actually use graveyard spells wherever you'd like here. I mean, it's super easy to attack this base. We're going to start off with some rams, wizards in behind, more rams for more tanking. I think you know the drill from now on. We're going to use some hogs, taking advantage of the stun they provide. We're going to use some hogs up top as well. While everything is happening, we have skeletons popping out and distracting even more defenses. Everything converges into this town hall compartment where this Inferno Tower and these 2 Teslas are quite hard to take down in this first attack, but trust me, in the next one they will be taken down, they will get blown off the face of the earth. Another attack, same thing, exact same thing. You can use the same army twice and finish a base in under a total of 2 minutes. How cool is that? We're going to be using these 3 graveyard spells in the back, starting off with some rams tanking as well as some hogs to stun these defenses. It's the exact same attack as before. You use the rams to tank, you use the hogs to stun, you can use some hogs up there to distract even more, and then you just sit back, relax, and watch the base getting taken care of so easily, especially this district. You can do this 99% of the time, if not 100%. You can just see the distraction, look at the extra troops, and we are ready to move on to Balloon Lagoon. Hi once again, we're at Balloon Lagoon, and just to show how easy it is, I'm going to be attacking live and commentating live to just show how powerful this strategy can be. We're using the classic Ram, Graveyard, Hog, Super Wizzard army against this base. This army needs quite open spaces for us to attack. We're going to be using 3 Graveyard spells, like so, and start off with the Rams, then the Wizard behind, some more Rams. We're going to use some Hogs, taking advantage of the stun ability once again. You can see everything just getting through the base. It's not that hard. You can do it even while commentating on such an attack. You can see both sides, Hog Riders and Skeletons are left, and this base is already in shambles. Let's move on to the second attack, in which we will be finishing off the base. Last but not least, use these 3 right here. Start with Rams, just spam them in, and remember, these are maxed bases. These are supposed to defend very well. More Rams, more Hogs. These Skeletons are going to pop, and we're going to take down this base quite easily. See how much distraction is happening right here. Just look at that. Everything goes down at the same time actually. Fortunately, we managed to take down that bomb tower, so no more splash in the bases left. And these Super Wizards, with the Skeletons and the help of the Barbarians from the Rams, will be able to take down the rest of the base as easy as that. And here we go, another 2-shot. You can impress your clanmates doing this even at maxed bases, but let me tell you, this strategy is quite well known at this point. Hi once again. This time we will be taking a look at Buidler's workshop. In this district, even at maxed level, it's quite easy to take it down. However, you must use this one specific strategy, which is what I refer to as hybrid, in which you use all these super fast, tanking, spammy troops, such as the Rams, the Hog Raiders, the Super Wizards, and you combine everything with a skeleton spell. So, we start off with 2 skeleton spells behind the 2 giant cannons. It's very important. You can use another skeleton spell up top on the blast bow. We will be tanking for our wizards up first. I think you know the drill from now on and so on. We can use Rams, tank for the Hogs. You use these wizards behind that are going to deal a bit more damage to all of these defenses, chaining them down. And as you can see, you can delay some of the Hog Raiders and some of the rams to provide more tanking wherever you need to. And pretty much you can call this spam, and I also call this spam, but the placement is quite important of these graveyard spells, and some of these Hog Raiders can also be used in great ways. You can use the Zap spell wherever you'd like. And this is what we got first attack, and it looks like half of the base because most of the other buildings are trash buildings on the left side. We're going to use the exact same army in similar fashion as the Wizzard Valley 2-shot. This one, you will need to be a bit more careful with your placements. You start off with rams, tank for the wizards. Some wizards can be used there. You can leave some wizards for the left side. This time we need to use some Hog Raiders up top and use some Hog Raiders on the left while delaying the second skeleton spell, which is going to distract the second giant cannon, which we will be stunning right here with a Hog Raider. And as everything collapses into the middle, this giant cannon at the backside has nothing to do other than shoot and shoot and shoot, but these skeletons will not stop spawning. And this is how you will be able to take this district down as well in 2 full attacks. Back again with another district. This one, the most annoying district of all, undoubtedly. We have Dragon Cliffs. This, especially at max level, I think it's impossible to 2-shot, to be honest. This base right here gave me so many headaches. I had no idea what to do. It is so compact, it has so many wizard towers, so graveyard spells are not that effective, and all dragons are spread carefully throughout the base, so that taking them down at the same time is quite hard. However, I have found a way for a maxed capital peak 10 to take down this base in 3 attacks. However, I will be showing you my closest attempt at a 2-shot, 2 attacks to take down the base, from my perspective right here. I've been trying for quite some time now and I wasn't able to get it. So let's start off. This is going to be incredibly hard for everybody watching, but with enough practice you can get used to it and you can actually understand more of the game and its mechanics, especially how dragons work, defensive dragons. We're using a ram, archers and 1 barbarian, very carefully calculated to take down these trash buildings and open up our way to these 2 dragon posts. Right here we're using 2 archers designed to take down this trash building and one of the dragon posts. We use 1 ram. I don't think if you didn't see it, we used 1 ram which was placed on the top right corner of this deployment area part. So it would be the middle of the 3 square building. Very carefully so that we do not waste any rams. We wait for the dragons to go back so we can use archers to take down one of the posts and that cannon down the bottom. As we've taken down that first post, we're going to use another pack of archers to take down the second one. We have 2 out of the 6 maxed out level 5 dragon posts, which you cannot 3-shot with zap spells. Yes, that's quite frustrating, I know. However, we have taken down 2 of them and we need a way to take down at least 3 more of them. Let's see how I do it here. We're using rams down the bottom to break walls. We're using rams right here, open up the deployment area. Ram, barbarian, 1 skeleton barrel, 1 pack of skeleton barrels. Then an inferno dragon. We kite that super dragon to the Outsiders so that Inferno Dragon can lock onto it with the tanking of these skeleton barrels and take it down. Meanwhile, we've zapped down these 2 dragon posts which are quite near, so we have 4 dragons that can move throughout the base without us needing to kite them outside, since we've destroyed their posts. So now it's all about taking them down, and we have 4 Inferno Dragons that are going to do exactly that. We use these 4 Inferno Dragons in this configuration, some giants for tanking, and to slow the dragons down. We managed to take down this last dragon. Quite tough, right? And we have these Inferno Dragons cleaning up some of the defenses as well, which is not much, but we'll take it. The last Inferno Dragon goes down, and here we go into the next attack, which is not going to be a finishing attack. However, it is going to be the closest attempt I had here, and this is going to show you how tough it is to actually two-shot such a village, or actually such a district, if the base is made without many weaknesses, and we cannot take advantage of those. We cannot take this base down. It's very, very hard. We're going to zap this one. You might have missed it, and that's because I didn't show it, but we used 4 zap spells on these 2 dragon posts. We had 3 more zap spells in the attack before this one, which we used on this dragon post right here to damage it. As I said from the start, these dragon posts need 4 zap spells to be taken down. So we use 1 more zap spell to take it down. We kite the dragon outside with a giant, and in the same fashion we use an Inferno Dragon to take it down. Now, this back-end blast bow, this middle blast bow, is very hard to get to with Hog Raiders. So we use 2 graveyard spells to actually have the skeletons take it down, and some more Hog Raiders that are going to die off. Unfortunately, there is too much of this base left for our last attack. So this would be the end of this district. However, if you would like any tips on how to finish this base, I would suggest literally anything except minions. Last but absolutely certainly not least, we have Golem Quarry. This base can get you in a lot of trouble if you do not know how to attack it. And by that I mean you don't know how to spam. Let's start off. As you can see, this army is very modern. You can say that I invented it. So we're starting off with a ram down the bottom and a carefully placed wizard right here, which is going to get you too much value, I would say, for just 10 housing space. You're going to use 1 barbarian down the bottom to clear that 1 trash building. Then we're going to start the usual, the spam. Just be quite careful though about how you're going to use these giants, and these 3 graveyard spells must be perfectly placed in order to distract all of these defenses and save your wizards from entering a very, very damaging area. We can use the wizards down the bottom to take down this 1 crusher. That would be amazing. And the wizards up top, we do not really care about them. We want them to at least reach to these rocket artilleries, and the rest will be done on the second attack. So this first attack, we casually took 46% down of the base. You might be asking how? How are you going to finish this base? There are 2 blast bows. There are 3 rocket artilleries. But just you wait. So for the second attack, we're using another Hog Raider Ram Graveyard spell. We're going to use these graveyard spells surgically placed to take down these high hitting defenses and that are going to deal splash to our hogs and skeletons. Up top we still have these 3 graveyard spells. Let's go. We're using rams for tanking as usual, stunning some of these defenses with some hogs back there, spamming our hogs but actually making sure that this stun ability does not get wasted. We use some hogs up there. We know that the skeletons will be enough to take the rocket artillery down. And last but not least, you can just see these defenses. This blast boom in the back gets taken down. And we have a huge pack of hogs and skeletons with or without their shields that are going to march onward and clean up the rest of the base. So that would be it. Itzu did not share a skeleton park layout. That is because the update, the newest update, was not released when these bases were publicized. But thank you for watching. We hope to see you again with your Super Wizzard Ram Graveyard Hog combination. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.